So, on Twitter, the developers have leaked something on no, not the 12th, the 16th. Yes, the 16th. But however, they've leaked this before. This is not unique. On the update leak, they've leaked this new image a while back before the Twitter thing. And then if you go into the update log, they've actually leaked it here. They leaked it basically a day ago. They've only just decided to, announce it now. I don't know why. It's here. Fair enough. So what can we say about this image? Well, firstly, arrows raining down. Now, people have suggested this could be a leak for the Archer, some sort of Archer rework. I don't know. To be fair, the Holiday Archer, the thing that Archer used to be, was a Christmas 2019 event tower. It came in one of the gifts, so it's not that far outreached. But do I think it's likely? It could just be a coincidence. After all, like, yes, they're arrows. You can see that they got the tips and then the arrowhead here. But I mean, come on. Could be a leak. If anything, there's more likely to be a leak for the event tower. But then again, why would the developers repeat the event tower? Why would they have another Archer enemy compared to the Archer that we already have? Unless this is some sort of different Archer enemy. Again, we don't know. All speculative. Additionally, I would have thought that this and this were pretty much similar. You can see they're very much similar. Except this is more of a... This doesn't have the chains around it. So this is obviously the Fallen Hero. The Frost Hero, sorry. My bad. This looks more like an actual... Just like a normal Frost enemy. Thing is, we've not actually seen something like this in the game before. So going back to the Outpost 32, which this event is most likely to be based on, the only other enemy that holds weapons is the Frost Necromancer, and I'll be honest with you, this does not look like a Frost Necromancer. Then again though, Yuan Wat Army could actually be a Necromancer. It could be spawning these little Battalion foot soldiers things to fight. And now these do have swords though. Is it likely? But then again, you can see here that this looks like it's pointing at the battlefield. It looks like it's doing a commander thing. So is this one. So yeah, it does look like a lot of spammy enemies. So explosive towers, probably good. People suggested that this looks like kind of the Frost Invader, for example. Kinda. Like the Frost Ravager, maybe, but then again, it is more of the Frost Ravager's kind rather than the Frost Invader, I'd assume. But then again, they're basically similar, except for slight color changes. And this one has a helmet, yes, and the Frost's Hero helmet, and a sword, it looks like. But it does seem like a Frost Ravager. Now, as for the map itself, it actually looks similar to this one. So if you ask me, it's probably the same map. Doesn't seem like so far there could be some sort of nice system. No evidence to suggest that apart from the 5 badges that will leak here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, doesn't seem as if it's going to be there. In fact, here you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these enemies, and I assume that it's the same enemy. What could this be? The Frost Soldier, the Frost whatever, Frosty McFrostface probably. Who knows? If anything, it's probably going to be another Deep Freeze remake. You know, you remember the Deep Freeze from here to here to here? Yeah, it's going to be another Deep Freeze remake. Watch it be another that enemy. Now, Hexter, I guess it's a leak. Outpost 32 laboratory. Just saying, or laboratory. Outpost 32 a laboratory. Now, could this be a leak for the maps involved? The thing is, Outpost 32, yes, that's a map from... But to be fair, it does kind of look like some sort of research station / laboratory. We'll just have to see if laboratory means this is Outpost 32. But the fact that Outpost 32 is mentioned kind of suspects that, yes, this is going to be Outpost 32... Frost Invasion, Remontada. As for laboratory though, we've not actually had, surprisingly, a laboratory event maps. Something that screams laboratory, apart from maybe Headache Headquarters. Yes, imagine if Headache Headquarters is actually, if this is actually an event map. Maybe this is part of the lore. After all, technically speaking, yes, it's not really an event map, but it might as well be, because you got a reward, there was a special boss, and it lasted 7 days. So yeah, Menton, what's the difference between this and the Hunt event, you know? This could be classed as its own special event as well. Just saying. Could you imagine if the developers somehow have these PNG bots to the game? Just to clarify, some of these are actually the developers' cats. I think the ones that look more high definition, like this one and this one, the developers' cats. Also, I wonder if could the arrow be a reference to the arrow enemy? Probably not. Yes, it just kind of seems to confirm that Outpost 32 is going to be the event map for this. Whether it's going to be a Night 2 or not, we'll just have to wait and see. We are waiting for the Frost Spirit leak, though. Today is a Thursday, and it's coming on Monday. So there's like, what, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and developers don't not tend to leak anything on the weekend because they're not in. Then again, though, it is just a simple image. Below Natural can do it. Third image coming soon, maybe? We'll have to see. In other news, Below Natural has leaked this. This is going to be part of the admin mode thing. Well, okay, so just to clarify, admin mode is the paid version, sandbox mode is the free version. The developers changed their mind about having sandbox mode being only a admin mode thing because people really wanted sandbox mode for some reason, even though I personally think it will be quite boring. So as below stated before, here where you must collect lore book drops from enemies before using them with spawn commands, here it looks like this is going to be part of the requirements. You're going to have to grind out these spawn lore book thingies. We don't know how grind it's going to be, and we don't know how rare this is going to be. I actually did suggest here that, well, I didn't mention it here, but you'll be locked to like level 250 plus, for example, level 250 to 300. That's not definitive yet. We'll just have to wait and see when that is. But here, developers it's actually a pretty nice model, and I can't lie. And developers aren't actually using the images from the wiki as they did previously for the PvP mode. So here, the Breaker 2 enemy here is different to the version seen in the leak. It's actually very different. So the developers are making their own images because they probably know that this is going to be very lucrative for them, maybe, possibly. For admin mode, probably, but not for sandbox mode. Sandbox mode, I don't know. Will people really bother to grind it out? Who knows? And one lore book drop doesn't necessarily mean a guarantee that you can use it immediately afterwards. You probably have to collect like 2,000 of these or something. People have, Shane has said to me that this looks like the Plants vs. Zombies Almanac thing. So like here, for example, there's the Almanac. Here you just get like stats of the enemies. Here it's just kind of useless, but apparently people like it. I don't know why. They just get a profile of it instead of just like, I don't know, typing something on the wiki and just searching up what it does. I'm just saying. People are literally searching up the Frost event. Okay, cool. Surprisingly, people are doing the Frost Invasion event rather than the more recent events, the Krampus Revenge event and Violent Night. So there's no leak of any elves. I wonder if the elves are going to get involved at some point. It would be very cool if they could get involved somehow. Although apparently, Violent Night was supposed to have 3 nights and acts, but will cut due to time restraints. This was the event before Lunar Overture. Granted, it was a year before the Lunar Overture, but it does seem as if even the events that didn't have nights, it was due to time restraints rather than anything else. We can kind of expect maybe for the future event to have nights or acts, but yeah. Will there be a event battle pass? Probably. Yeah, most likely so. But yeah, I don't expect Krampus to return.